Welcome to Cineights, where you get to know the best movies and series. Today's video is about the greatest modern war movies. Be sure to watch until the end. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. The Outpost. The Outpost follows a group of United States soldiers who face off against hundreds of Taliban fighters in the Battle of Kamdesh, which was part of the war in Afghanistan. The soldiers work to defend their outpost while being vastly outnumbered by the enemy. The film stars Scott Eastwood, Caleb Landry Jones, Orlando Bloom and Jack Kesey. The Outpost is based on The Outpost, an untold story of American valor by Jake Tapper, a nonfiction book that covers the Battle of Kamdesh. The film received positive reviews, especially for its depiction of soldiers, something that real-life veterans have commented on. Brothers shines light on the important topic of PTSD that many veterans face after returning home. The flashbacks to Sam's time in Afghanistan are a stark reminder of the horrors of war, and viewers witness how Sam's erratic behavior gets worse and worse when he is home. Maguire landed a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for his performance. Brothers stars Tobey Maguire as Captain Samuel Cahill, a United States Marine who gets shipped off to the war in Afghanistan. While he is gone, his brother looks after his wife Grace and his two daughters. When Sam returns, he struggles with PTSD due to his experiences after his helicopter was shot down and he was taken prisoner, as well as presumed dead back home. The Hurt Locker. Kathryn Bigelow's award-winning movie The Hurt Locker is iconic in the modern warfare genre for its intense look at the job of bomb disposal units in war. Following Sergeant William James, a maverick bomb disposal tech, it highlights his work in the field and his dynamic with his subordinates. The Hurt Locker had a star-studded cast that included the likes of Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie, and Ron Perlman. It explores the different approaches to the bomb disposal job, the extreme risks, and the dangerous conditions on the ground in the Iraq War. Rambo 2008. After a long wait between the classic original Rambo trilogy, the hero returned in 2008's Rambo. The story follows an older Rambo in retirement when he is approached by missionaries to escort them into Burma. However, after dropping them off, they are captured. Rambo 4 moved on from the historic wars of Vietnam and Afghanistan and took the hero into the heart of the Burmese Civil War. It had Rambo lead a band of mercenaries into the conflict to rescue the captured missionaries and featured some of the franchise's best and most intense action. Behind Enemy Lines is one of Owen Wilson's best performances, pulling him out of his typical comedic role and placing him into a serious war story. The movie follows a young naval aviator who crashes in the Bosnian War after discovering a mass grave and must evade the pursuing forces. Behind Enemy Lines is primarily a survival story, taking after films like Rambo: First Blood and Lone Survivor. It focuses on the intense nature of survival in a hostile nation and the fallout and travesties that occurred in Bosnia during the war. Despite being known as a comedic actor, Wilson showed a new side of himself that audiences may not have ever seen before. Act of Valor. Act of Valor channels things like the modern warfare games and Navy SEALs to bring fans a great special forces movie. It follows a team of SEALs as they carry out a rescue mission that showcases modern anti-terrorism strategies and the skills of special operatives. Act of Valor isn't just an excellent modern war movie, but it impressed viewers with its use of real, active duty SEALs as its stars. Involving real soldiers gives the movie a sense of accuracy beyond what other films can achieve, and they deliver on the nature of their missions. Three Kings, directed by David O. Russell, follows 4 United States soldiers in Iraq who set out to steal gold that was stolen from Kuwait in the aftermath of the Gulf War. As they venture toward the gold's location, they find unexpected discoveries and a journey that will alter their lives. Three Kings stars George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube, and Spike Jonze. Russell recruited actual Iraqi refugees as many of the film's advisors and extras to make the film as authentic as possible. Jarhead. Best known for a gritty, uncomfortable look at military culture and the stress of war on troops, Jarhead follows the military career of a young recruit in the Gulf War. With Jake Gyllenhaal in the lead role as Swafford, the movie highlights the whole process of becoming a scout sniper. Jarhead has secured an iconic status for fans of military movies, channeling the likes of Full Metal Jacket for the modern age. It explores the psychological effects and impact that joining the army has on its soldiers, and many veterans went on to praise the movie's accuracy. Tears of the Sun is one of the more underrated modern warfare movies. Unlike the typical setting of current war movies in the Middle East, it followed a team of Navy SEALs as they went on a mission to extract American citizens from Africa before an unrelenting, murderous militia could reach them. Tears of the Sun mostly depicts the long trek of the SEALs and the people under their protection as they try to reach the nearest border to escape. The movie culminates in an epic last stand of a gunfight between the SEALs and militia, showcasing the soldiers' skills against a great number of enemies. Beasts of No Nation Beasts of No Nation follows a young boy, Agu, who unwittingly becomes a child soldier after his West African village is seized by rebels. Agu is taken under the wing of the commandant and forced to fight in a brutal civil war that unfolds in the country. Beasts of No Nation was directed by Kari Fukunaga and was based on the book of the same name by Uzodin Mawela. Child soldiers have not been covered in many war movies, and this one shows viewers what can and has unfortunately happened around the world to children whose lives are changed in an instant by becoming soldiers at such a young age. Zero Dark 30. Zero Dark 30 stars Jessica Chastain as Maya, a CIA intelligence analyst who sets out to find al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. The film follows the decades-long hunt to find him after the September 11 terrorist attacks until he is eventually killed by Navy SEALs in 2011. Zero Dark 30 proved extremely controversial for its use of torture, prompting many to say it was pro-torture and sent the wrong message. It was heavily criticized by United States Senator John McCain, who was tortured when he served in the Vietnam War. Director Kathryn Bigelow, who previously won the Academy Award for Best Director for her American Sniper, shattering records at the box office. American Sniper is one of Clint Eastwood's best movies in the director's chair, following the real life of U.S. sniper Chris Kyle from joining the military to the day of his death. The movie takes viewers on Kyle's journey and his tours of duty in the Middle East, as well as how he adjusts to life at home. American Sniper received much praise for examining themes of PTSD, balancing the life of a dedicated soldier with his job and the importance of snipers in war. It was also a career best for its star, Bradley Cooper, who fit perfectly into his role as Chris Kyle. Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor follows the real capture of Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell after his unit was killed by Taliban forces. The movie, set in Afghanistan in 2003, also leads up to the rescue of Luttrell by U.S. forces before the local Afghan fighters can reach and kill him, even killing their fellow Afghans. Lone Survivor is relatively light on action. Instead, much of its runtime focuses on Luttrell's survival in the Afghan village after the firefight. The film explores the risks elite units take and the nature of their smaller operations, as well as the lengths the military will go to in order to rescue one of their own. Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick isn't as in-depth a war movie as others, but it definitely plays on modern military tensions, namely between the US and Iran. The movie, true to the nature of modern warfare, is more centered on surgical airstrikes than boots on the ground and highlights the importance of aerial warfare. Top Gun Maverick picks up 30 years after the first film, and follows Maverick training a squadron of elite pilots for their mission. For fans of movies more focused on naval aviation and the training that goes into being a pilot, Top Gun Maverick is the perfect combination of action and character drama. Black Hawk Down. Few movies have captured the intensity of modern urban combat as brilliantly as Black Hawk Down. Following the infamous Battle of Mogadishu by U.S. Rangers and Delta Force in 1993, it focuses on the crash of a helicopter in the city and the attempts to rescue the crew. The Battle of Mogadishu was an intense fight between U.S. forces and the local warlords, and the film did a great job of capturing the intense nature of the operation. The movie itself had an all-star cast, including Josh Hartnett, Eric Bana, and Orlando Bloom. For its great detail, high levels of action and emotional story, Black Hawk Down remains one of the best war movies of all time.